Yo, checking in with y'all. We live in the mix. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Y'all see the title, we're about to get to it. Figure since we already averaging them 2-hour blocks, why not keep it going, alright? Finally got ChatGPT to give me a better formatted layout for how we got to go through these things, right? So I like how we ended up going through the two episodes of Ashita and Gojo yesterday, so we figured we were gonna do the same thing. So and then starting at 11 kind of helped me keep time markers a little bit better. Try to stay on topic as best we can. So when we do get fully started, we're gonna start off with the episode first. The episode's ready to go. Just let me know that the audio is gonna be good levels, so y'all can kind of hear the audio and y'all can hear me at the same time as I go through the reaction real time. We are only running this on the YouTube right now. We are not running this on the Metro Plan 1785 Twitch. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that in the chat for y'all. And if y'all get into Twitch, then y'all can go and check that out. So. Started going through the streams for that, but it's not going today, so if y'all want, y'all can go and check that out. And then if y'all are not already subscribed to the NSC Shadow Dragon page, my personal page, y'all can go and do that. Hella shorts over there. Hella shorts. Speed's picking up. I said that y'all was gonna get flooded with content. I said that. I said it before. Y'all wasn't listening. It's happening. I think we did 13. Yeah, 13. 13 shorts. Messages that I sent is, and then obviously y'all see I'm also in the chat from my personal page as well. So y'all go and subscribe to those if y'all trying to. Y'all just go subscribe if y'all trying to. I ain't even the type of person to be telling folks to subscribe. I just don't want to do it. I don't. For me, that's the same. Me telling y'all to go and subscribe is like me telling y'all that I want tips. And I don't like telling people that I want tips. I'm a firm believer in your work ethic speaks for itself. So people will tip you if they feel you deserve it. But I don't go asking for tips the same way that I just don't like telling folks to go subscribe. That's why I ain't telling y'all, hey, go over there. 20 billion other channels probably that y'all can go pay attention to between multiple platforms. So do what you want to do. But if y'all here, hey, shit, we still gonna be doing the videos whether you subscribe or not. I don't care. Yeah, so you're just looking at that message saying go subscribe. We're gonna start the episode in about another 4 minutes. I got the whole lineup, so we're gonna get to it. So in order of how things is gonna be looking right now, we're gonna do the first episode reaction first, and then we're gonna take about no more than 15 minutes or whatever on 5 1v1 matchups, right? Obviously, it ain't gonna take 15 minutes, but you know that's what we got set aside for it. Because for one, the reaction itself is gonna take a bit. So we're gonna do 5 of the 1v1 matchups, and then we're gonna go into we're gonna continue with a Naruto topic for a little bit. And then we'll do 5 more 1v1 matchups, and then we're gonna do HxH topic. So you know we transitioning into the HxH topic. You know, overall anime that we doing the topic. So you get what I'm saying? And then we're gonna do the second Ashita episode. Not episode 2. The second episode of the lot that we watching. And then yeah, that's it. That's what we got. So let's see what we got. Yeah, we can go ahead and get started with this. Okay, do that. First, let me just my other laptop is trying to disconnect from the Wi-Fi, but I got what I need pulled up anyway. I don't need a Wi-Fi. I got the list. I'm watching it on my phone for the anime, so we good. We chilling. Set this up. When y'all get in, y'all just let me know what the volume is to where it needs to be. Remember, I need for y'all to kind of hear the anime as well as hear me, because obviously I'm the one that's doing the reaction. You're trying to see how I feel about the episode. That's what you're here for. Feel the emotion in the themes. Don't know what to put here. Welcome back. I'll be waiting on the you just in time. The theme song just about over. Usually after a couple episodes, that's when I start bypassing the theme, but you know, sometimes you just gotta remember the vibes. Alright, let's see what's to it. Let me know if the audio is good. Oh, there go the minions. I ain't seen the minions in a bit. And they over here coordinating the dorms. Okay. Okay. Oh no, this is bet. They doing bets. That's what's going on. What? Are they betting? What's going on? Nah, they doing their little brackets. Background noise. Alright, hold on. Background noise still there? Still hear the background noise? Don looking a little tired. Look, okay, yep. Don he highly disappointed. We left off with Joe trying to win the cheapskate way. Yeah, this is the Joe that I know. Asshole Joe, back at it again. And then why is he smiling so much to the fact that he know that he cheating? Like, I'd have disqualified him just cause. They talking about he crying. This is the one time that I don't see no waterworks on his face. You know, you see the sweat drip every time. You don't see the waterworks in this. But I think it was a philanthropist lady talking about he's crying. I don't see no tears. Look, feet hanging off the ground. Dude is he's just suspended by the ropes. That's it. Okay, now I see the tears. There we go. There we go. Combination of sweat with the tears. I see it now. Just a bloody mess. And then he done fell out the ropes. Mouthpiece thing got thrown. Yeah. Garbage. There we yeah, okay. Cool. He left him with some harsh words on the way out the ring. That's what I wanted to see. I'm telling you, this is the Joe that we know. Asshole Joe. Back in the mix. Where was you hiding, Joe? Yeah. See, this is the reason why Don Pay was snubbing you. This is the reason. And then Dante left him with these harsh words still. Like, hey, you had the worst technique and sportsmanship out of all the fights today. If that was a mic drop, that would have been there. Right there. I'm telling you. The crazy thing too is it wasn't even just Dante who left. All the inmates is leaving right now. Leaving only Joe on the ring. Like, everybody leaving. Everybody leaving. Because that don't make no sense. But why Joe would really do that? Tears or not. So once again, I'm in that I need your ass beat mood. Why is she talking about setting fire to Dante's house? Like, really? Look, the minions is, look, I get it. The minions is always rocking for Joe, Big Joe, no matter what. Shit, he lost his damn mind. That's what he lost. He never lose to short stack. Yes, he would. I hope he do. I hope Aoyama beat the brakes off of Joe. I do. Look, it's one of those where all he's doing is reminding me of the original reason of my dislike. You know, I'm one of those type. I'm one of those type of people to where I'm big on progression, right? So if you tell me typically that you're trying to do something to better yourself, I tend to hone in on that type of stuff, right? So, from the jump, Joe been an asshole the whole time. I just wanted him to be humbled. Not that I completely hate him, but I just want him to be humbled so he can be a true main character. I mean, not every character is a main character is a goody two shoes, but I just wanted him to be a little bit more humble. Not a little bit, a lot of it. But and then we see the slight changes. I got what I was asking for. They drug out his little bit of redemption piece, but he started to display that he was gonna change and everything. But wow, some of the puppy dog guys and everything, yeah. But for me too, as soon as you start backtracking or whatever, now I'm looking at you like, okay, well, what I do all this energy for? That's why I rock with Dante heavy, especially when has Dante been dragging out the snub a little bit too much? Okay, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe Joe just really didn't truly get humbled like I wanted him to, and that's the problem. That's probably what it is. He'll get there. I believe in him. See, look, I smacked his food. Can't even eat no more. They're gonna ask Rikishi who's gonna win between Aoyama and Joe. Rikishi gonna rock with Aoyama all day. what y'all be forgetting about too. I'm saying y'all know I'm speaking in general. Danpei is not just training Aoyama, right? He out here running with Aoyama. He was running with him in the rain, right? He was with Aoyama every step of the way. Like I'm telling you, you'll see some coaches nowadays who the training perfect for their people, but running with you, they probably not doing it. Danpei, beer belly and all, is out here getting it, putting in the footwork. Give that man his props. Give that man his props. You would have thought that Danpei was boxing. You would have thought Danpei was getting in the tournament himself. So it almost feels like they're going to the horse races. Hey, let him be lazy. Let him. I'm telling you, I hope Aoyama beat the brakes off of Joe. You see the indifferent look on his face? They all was betting on short stack so much that they was like, well, there's no point in having a bet if nobody's gonna bet on Joe. Oh, now Joe want to get out there and put in a little bit of work. Rinse the blood off from that one-handed training, huh? Hey, don't be trying to go be nosy either, Joe. Nuh-uh. Just cause you hear Danpei them putting in that work. Nah, go on somewhere. Oh yeah. I rock with all the inmates except for, I was about to say except for Skeleton, but I like the way that Skeleton be snubbing Joe, except the part where whenever he get threatened by Joe, But I would say out of all the inmates, Nishi get on my nerves. Definitely Nishi. I can get past Skeleton, but Nishi, he done had such a big turnaround, and man, that switch into straight up session after getting your ass handed to you by Joe is crazy to me. That is crazy. You got Danpei and short stack running off into the distance, continuing training. Look, I'm telling you, he be no filter when he be just going. I'm telling you, the only time that he curb what he's saying is when Joe approach him. Oh, Joe trying to invent some new training now, huh? Okay. Fighting the water. Fight the water. What do I do to make you treat me like this? That's the easiest question ever. That is the easiest question. That's more easier than my 1v1s that ChatGPT be giving me. Yeah, hey, Joe is being so emotional right now. Look at that. They got a little better desk for the judges. It looks like they improving the ring a little bit. Look at the philanthropist lady out here spending that bread on them. Oh, and she brought her grandfather? Yeah, they better get this man his own theme music. They better get this man his own theme music, probably. No? From a distance, he almost looks like the old man from the cartoon Atlantis. If any of y'all seen that before. So I said from a distance before he zoomed in on him. He kind of got that same little fit. Oh yeah. We might as well just call him a D1 Crash Out. I need to come up with a nickname for Joe in his Crash Out phase. I'm surprised that her grandfather pulled up at all, really. So if she asked her grandfather to come, then was it to watch Joe or to watch Rikishi? There go the minions. Out of all the minions right now, Lil Miss Fan kind of get on my nerves with how much. I mean, look, yeah, she always been the main one riding for Joe and everything, but I'm gonna need her to go ahead and get a little bit more sense by now. Joe never gonna lose. Okay. When you really think about it, the only actual loss that he had was against Don Pay when Don Pay put him in jail. That's pretty much the only actual loss that we've seen Joe take. And he would have lost that boxing match, doing the cheapskate way. Yeah, that theme music that they gave her is like so smooth for the way that they have her character drawn. Just the way that she carries herself. They always be picking good themes for the different scenarios and everything. They real good with that. Over here talking smack, and all the inmates clapping back now. The inmates is not scared of Joe anymore. And then he's still pushing for the biggest gloves. Mouthpiece? I don't need that. I mean, but it was a double knockdown. So I mean, if we talking about like the whole thing, it was a tie. But if you ask me, yeah, Joe lost. If we going not like with technicalities, Joe really lost like 3 times to me. on, Joe, don't make a fool of yourself. Look, he was already doing that once he got back into asshole mode. Oh man, I can't wait for Joe to take an L in front of Lil Miss Fan too. And look, and then he went and still got the heavy gloves too. Come on now. Just to show his determination. In the ring, we're getting ready to start. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. I forgot about the escape. Yeah. So if you count that, then if you ask me, without technicalities, he lost 4 times. But don't forget they changed the rules. Don Faye got the rules changed for the actual match too. So if we're going off of the mode rules, he would have lost off of them. And then he's still talking to Aoyama instead of going to his corner. Something you love, Aoyama. That's another point. Hey, yeah. Joe don't know what to do. Now, all he had to do was just go to his corner. But he want to keep on doing this. And he's still doing it. And then you hear the bell, and he's still talking to Nishi. And Aoyama threw the first punch this time. Ooh. Short Stack came in straight to business. Straight to business. The gloves are working against him. Joe is getting the shit beat out. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Joe did not even get a hit landed on him yet. The grandpa giving Aoyama hella props right now. Joe coughing up blood. Hey, he should have took that mouthpiece. He should have took that mouthpiece. There go Rikishi. Even Rikishi's like, yep, looks like the fight's already over. That's crazy. Aoyama look like he got just a little bit of breathing hard. That's probably just because he's doing a little bit more pro-action going on here than a reaction. His instincts is top tier for this short amount of time that Don Faye been training him. It's crazy. Joe is look. Aoyama is making Joe look just like his last match when dude was attacking him first. Miss. And all we saw Aoyama doing was weave, in and out, weave. He started with the action. He brought the paws straight to Joe. Look. This diabolical how to this pause point that I even found. Explain that. Crazy. He ain't in no type of form. Just all off balance. Them gloves is working against him. This ain't no go dancing competition. The inmates is eating him alive with the snubs. Rikishi giving the commentary on the side. Rikishi ain't even worried about Joe at this point. He wondering how he gonna get his defense over Aoyama. Boom, slip, face, out, hit the ground. This is still the first round. I didn't go down, I just slipped. I just slipped. Dante is giving him no leeway. He said fight, and Aoyama pressed. He coming with the heat. Boom. Isolation is the isolation cams. Look. Oh, y'all need to see that. When you literally change the whole colors and everything, just to emphasize this moment, that is crazy work. Where's it at? I know I saw it. The way that they put the emphasis on these scenes to really capture the moment. Look, y'all need to put some respect on that. Am I gonna lose to that twerk? Yeah. This is look. That's why I said, other than like Dante, and then not including the escape attempt. This is his first official L. I mean, I'm saying this, like the fight's over. It's not over, but it's the end of the episode. But y'all get what I'm saying. He's not gonna make it. There's no way he's gonna make it. I don't care how much his body memorizes his hits. It can't be no way. Can't be no way. No way. Alright, let's see. We got we got the 1v1s next. That's what we got. Like I said, we only for those of y'all who did not hear when I was kind of running through the timeline before we started the episode, we're doing two, but we're going to do one episode now. We're going to do matchup, and then we're going to talk on Naruto again, and then we're going to do the other 5 because we're doing 10 1v1s total. So we're going to do half and half. So second half 1v1s will be after we talk on Naruto a little bit, and then we're going to have the Hunter x Hunter combo, right? Now we transition into Hunter x Hunter. So after that, we got the second episode that we're gonna run today for the Ashita reaction, and then that's what we got. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the first 1v1 that we got, which is Gojo versus Madara. Now, mind you, if those of y'all that's already kind of been checking out the shorts on the NSZ Shadow Dragon page, we all pretty much already seen most of these. No, that's different. So some of these about half of these y'all already seen in the shorts. The other half I have not put up in the shorts yet. So that means y'all gonna get some of these here first. Alright, so the first one, yeah, Gojo versus Madara. Why am I putting? Yeah, it'll work. This 1v1 is Gojo versus Madara. Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Who y'all got? For me, mind you, the cross anime controversies. You know, sometimes you gotta think about what folks' cheat codes is. In this anime world, well, yeah, we use this term as realistic as possible, and as much as possible. If I go without thinking too in depth with this, I'm gonna say Madara. If I'm going without thinking too much, I'm going for Madara. That's why I'm sitting at for that one. Yeah, I'm going for Madara for this first one. I'm not even going off of the Genjutsu part. I'm going off of the part where, say that Gojo was to do his domain expansion, right? If Madara treats that like a Genjutsu, well, I mean, you can't treat that like a Genjutsu, but look, Madara had a jutsu that fully reincarnated in him as a souls was going back up. He can find something to break that domain expansion. I just know it. That's what I'm going off of is the fact that I'm sure that he can absolutely find a jutsu that would break Gojo's domain expansion. Crazy enough as that sounds. That's where I'm thinking that Madara is smart as hell. He's not just in the know of hella jutsus, like, cause I mean it's kind of we think about him like Orochimaru, super intelligent and knows hella jutsu. That's all he do is focus on jutsu and everything. So if we think of someone similar to that, you know, Madara would, you know, them old heads would fall under that. He knows hella jutsu. I'm sure that he could find something to break that domain expansion. Alright, next one we got is Sasuke versus Yuno. And this one I did do in a short already. Yeah. I actually don't know really any shows that puts an emphasis on the color schemes like that. Cause you know we had hella shows back then that is really different. You know, that stood out just kind of in the age that they came out in, so it really made it pop. But the fact that in this day and age, with how different graphics is, it could still stand out here, you know, in this day and age as well. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Most people who's like only into newer anime, they probably wouldn't understand. You know, you gotta have a certain respect for the classics to even to really be able to appreciate this. Like the way that they incorporate the theme music, the way that they utilize the color schemes, the making sure that they really emphasize certain things. And I'm not talking about how they be kind of dragging like the snubs or dragging this or that. I'm talking about this, the way that they emphasize certain moves, and they'll drag that move for a whole minute to 3 minutes, But yeah. That's the whole reason why we can have the Naruto conversations like we do. You know what anime is well put together when we can have endless conversations on it. Endless. They don't have endless episodes, but you can have endless conversations on it. That's how you know that something is well put together. Filler or not. Alright, so for the Sasuke versus Yuno, if I go into my answer without thinking too in depth with it, I'm going to immediately go with Sasuke. I'm going with Sasuke. Without thinking too in depth with it. I want to say this mainly because I'm thinking about the Rinnegan, and then I'm also thinking about how strong Susanoo is against Yuno with what's in the wind spirit. I'm trying to think, is that wind spirit's power in line with Sasuke's? What do they call that move? Drive or whatever? Yeah, whatever that move is that little power up boost is called. Is that strong enough to break Susanoo? If it's not strong enough to break Susanoo, you ain't winning. I don't care. He's not. But I'm not saying that Susanoo is his top tier move, but I'm trying to question if that'll be the best way to give me a power scale, of how that would work. So I'm not saying that Susanoo is a top tier move. I'm saying that if that's one of his basic moves that he can pull out, and we know how strong Madara's is, can Yuno's combine full power with the wind spirit? Can it break Susanoo? That's what I'm saying. If it can break that, okay, they could probably have a little fight, and that's not even dragging the Rinnegan into it. He could probably use that wind to mess with some of that fire jutsu, so Sasuke probably wouldn't even bring out no fire jutsu low key, unless he's using a Amaterasu, and I don't think Yuno's wind can handle a Amaterasu. Let me see, what's the next one? Yeah, I'm still going with Sasuke. Let me go ahead and get the next one ready. Alright, third one we got is Luffy versus Naruto. So for those of y'all who pay attention, y'all know that if y'all pay attention to my top 5 anime of all time currently, it was Yu Yu Hakusho, One Piece as my number 2, Solo Leveling, and then it was what was the fourth one? Time I got reincarnated as a slime, and then Dr. Stone. This is my current number 5. Yeah. So Naruto's not in my top 5 currently, but that doesn't mean that it's not in like the top 10, right? So I gotta preface this where I gotta be as unbiased as possible. So I don't need y'all to be like, oh, he a One Piece fanatic. Yeah, he picking this off of that. No. We're going off of current full power and everything. Because obviously I'm caught up with One Piece, so my power scale is a little bit more in tune than other people's. And then if Naruto still has Kurama, obviously, because we talking about full power versus full power, I want to question if Gear 5 is going to change Naruto's animation. If he changes Naruto's animation, I think Luffy's still winning. I agree that the power scale for Naruto compared in general is too much in general for the One Piece verse. But that's why I asked, is Gear 5 finna be changing the animation? If Gear 5 start changing up their animation, then he changing up their power scale. Yeah. Look, I'm standing on business with this one. I'm standing on business. I'll say I will at least bust down to I'll keep it as potentially a time. That's where I'm sitting at. Cause obviously yeah he did beat Naruto did beat dudes. Yeah. I can't even use Luffy beating up giants as an excuse for that. Damn. See, and I said I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, and it's not working. All right, the fourth one that we got is. Oh yeah, I like this one. I like this one. I did not get a chance to put this one in the shorts yet. This is definitely gonna be making it to the shorts. Levi versus Zoro. Levi versus Zoro. For those of y'all that don't know, Levi is Attack on Titan. Zoro is still One Piece. Versus like this. That guy's kind of but Levi is just accurate as hell. Levi is definitely my favorite character from Attack on Titan. Levi is definitely my favorite character from Attack on Titan. And Zoro is like it's always interchangeable with Luffy himself, but I rock with Zoro so heavy. It's great. I have all three. I'm gonna say all three, but I have 3 of Zoro's swords. I don't have Enma though. So, yeah, I'm gonna get Enma one day. Levi versus Zoro. This one's gonna be a little. I ain't gonna lie to you. This one, I'm trying to see how can I go about this. Yeah, cause I done seen Zoro slice so much crazy shit. He sliced that whole he done sliced the ship. He done sliced buildings. He done sliced what was it a tsunami? Wasn't it like a spinning tsunami that he sliced up? Yeah. Zoro different. Levi different too, but Zoro. And then let's not forget that look, I ain't trying to give those of y'all who ain't seen One Piece too much game, but look, y'all don't know what y'all missing. Y'all need to get back on. Quit complaining about being 20 million episodes. Go watch that shit. Go play it. yeah. Zoro. I tried to give Levi the benefit of the doubt, but the things that Zoro did, and Zoro was helping fight the emperors too. Come on now. All right, last one for the first half is Goku versus Naruto. Goku versus Naruto. All right. Goku. Definitely going Goku. I really don't gotta think about that one. That's just immediately where my head is Goku. Yeah, like when you the power scaling thing, it's not even just the whole being a Saiyan thing. It's the fact that I mean, they could do so much crazy shit in Dragon Ball. Like that'd be their version of doing jutsus and stuff, but the power-ups is ridiculous. There's more power-ups too than obviously in the Naruto verse too. So yeah, Goku is definitely taking that. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I would say probably a better matchup for Naruto in that one would have probably been someone of just a little bit less caliber than maybe Vegeta. Like, I'm not saying that Naruto can't fight a Saiyan. He just can't fight Goku. And I don't think that he could fight Vegeta either. Yeah, I'm going with Goku. Let's see what we got. Alright, we have the Naruto conversation next. So, the big question that we trying to find out today is, did the ending ruin Sasuke? Okay, here we go. Alright, yeah. So, did the ending ruin Sasuke, right? ChatGPT wants to know, was his redemption earned or rushed? Should Sasuke have died? And was Naruto too forgiving? And then, one of the other things that we want to find out is, was Sasuke more right than Naruto the whole time? So that's kind of the direction that we're going with this. So y'all know. So I'm gonna head over here. So yeah, Sasuke's conclusion is amazing. Yeah. I would say for me, like I think in the that one live that we did, where we was talking about will we change the ending or not, will we keep it the same, and what would we change? And I think I had mentioned pretty much how I wouldn't have had them lose an arm for one, and then I wouldn't have had Sasuke leave the village at all. That's just me. It's, and then was it you, don't know what player, who mentioned Kakashi's the one who gave Sasuke that pardon? I would not have pardoned him. I would have made sure that he goes through the same due diligence as every other criminal. He needs to at least be on house arrest, serve some time, something. I think because most of Sasuke's character development, had to deal with pretty much hella trauma. Most of his character development revolved around trauma, because he had the whole grudge with Itachi for really more than half of the whole show. Like, Naruto, Shippuden, the whole thing all the way through. So yeah. With most of his stuff being based around trauma and everything, it kind of gives a little bit of obviously a little bit more basis for why he does what he does, just a little bit. And then you gotta take into account, what did he do from his turnaround point of, hey, I'm not a rebel no more, because you can't bypass the part where he was with the terrorist organization still, so guilty by association still kind of come into play a little bit, right? I wouldn't say he had died. For me, I would say that at minimum, he shouldn't have left the village still. He shouldn't have lost an arm in that fight with Naruto. He should have been at least going to jail for a little bit, something. But nah, this man, he got pardoned, and then slept with Sakura, had a kid, left the kid while he went out roaming and everything. I think they took it way too easy on Sasuke, right? And then as far as the whole, was he more right than Naruto? I'm a little bit more of a realist when it comes to my train of thought. So, like I said, my point of view and thinking doesn't solely align with Naruto's point of thinking. The whole, I'm gonna break the cycle of hatred. I'm one of those people that it's gonna happen regardless. All you can do is just mediate what you can, right? You can't take on all hatred. You on a planet that got hella countries and everything. The samurai, you barely even seen the samurai at all if it wasn't in the war, right? We never seen them prior to the Kage summit. Never. You're not taking on all the hatred. You probably didn't even know the samurai existed. Nah. Yeah, the whole little alternate universe type theories. Yeah, it's asking if Naruto was too forgiving. I said Naruto and Kakashi was too forgiving. Shoot, Sakura was too forgiving. I mean, Sasuke really did try to kill her, according to him. Well, yeah. Sasuke, I think he needed a little bit more work. So, we're gonna wrap that up. Let's go ahead and close out these last 5 1v1s. Alright. The next 1v1 we got is Itachi versus Kurapika. That's an immediate answer for me. Actually, yeah, Itachi. Yep. I was thinking about the whole enhanced reaction time that not enhanced reaction time, but yeah, it's definitely. I'm saying immediately Itachi, mainly because of the fact that even if Kurapika was to use that little chain, he would have to make a whole new contract, and I doubt that Itachi could have let him do that. No, it's Itachi all day. If anyone actually says Kurapika winning that, I'm gonna call you crazy. You said Naruto is more right than Sasuke because Sasuke was forcing people to follow his ideas. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree in the way that Naruto goes about things compared to Sasuke's way of going about things. But I don't agree with Naruto on the whole. He gonna break the cycle of hatred. That's just a little too broad. He could found a smaller scale thing. That part, yeah. The way that they be bigging up Kurapika is like, it's like when the original Team 7 with Sasuke was doing the bridge builder mission, right? And then that's when they was learning how to put hold chakra to the feet so they could run up the tree. And Sakura was the first one to get it, and then Kakashi was bigging up Sakura because of her chakra control. That's how they be bigging up Kurapika. I'm most definitely sticking with Itachi. Alright, next one we got is Saitama versus Meruem. Saitama versus Meruem. That's not spelled right. Saitama versus Meruem. I'm going without thinking. Saitama. That's where I'm immediately running to. And I say this because Saitama's got so much power behind them punches. Yeah. Then like Saitama is smacking damn near anybody. I say damn near. That there is somebody that I think that is going to take him, and that was in the 1v1 in the short. Let's see if I can get it. Alright, the next one, because obviously I don't think we need to really think about that one. It's literally Saitama. I don't care how. We know that Meruem is a cheat code. Granted, I'm not taking props away from Meruem. Whole cheat code. But Saitama is like the cheat code. Saitama is like when you play Knockout Kings, and then people was always trying to use like Muhammad Ali and then just spam the jab. Yeah. Alright, the next one we got is Ashita versus Goku. Really? Goku all day. That's appreciate you, chat GPT. Courtesy of chat GPT, giving me with the easy one. This is definitely gotta be the easiest one for me. Well, I mean, Goku versus Naruto was pretty much the same, so yeah. Yeah, Goku all day. I don't care what power ups that Ashita getting. He not taking Goku. Ashita versus Goku is literally like pretty much the same as Goku versus Naruto. There's literally no reason to think of that. Think into that. If anyone really was to hop in here and say otherwise, yeah, they definitely crazy. Or they just never actually watched the show and then they just kind of throwing names out there just because, yeah. No person who actually watches anime would say that Ashita is taking on Goku. Ashita ain't even taking on Naruto in my opinion. This is a one-sided one too, if you ask me. Y'all know that Yu Yu Hakusho is my #1 show still, but this next matchup is Zoro versus Hiei. Zoro's taking that easily. Easily. A better matchup would actually be like Hiei versus Levi. That would have been a better matchup. ChatGPT, you ain't think this one through. Putting Zoro really against any swordsman from any anime is one-sided too. Somebody give me a swordsman that's in another anime that's beating Zoro. This one is definitely gonna be at least a little bit. Alright. Last one is Gojo versus Aizen. Gojo versus Aizen. I'm gonna have to go with Aizen. Without thinking too deep into it, I'm gonna have to go with Aizen. I think that Gojo is really a cheat code in the JJK universe. But you think Hiei is beating Zoro? I mean, I can see, Hiei beating Levi. Yeah, that's exactly where my thought was going on Aizen and Gojo. Aizen well, when we first seen Aizen, obviously he had that real cool, calm, collected demeanor, similar to Rikishi. But we didn't really know his full capabilities. And then when we find out the whole treachery, betrayal thing, and the more that we found out about it, the more you was really finding out just how strong Aizen really was before the power up. So yeah. Aizen is a whole cheat code. Aizen is definitely a whole cheat code. Aizen be forcing people to go to the middle of nowhere to get power ups. Gojo, he just forces people to go and team up. Gojo forces villains to go and team up, and Aizen forces people to go to the middle of nowhere to prepare and team up. Let's go ahead and touch on the Hunter x Hunter topic. Then we'll go ahead and knock out the second Ashita no Joe episode we're gonna do. So, Gon's transformation, was it heroic or selfish? Gon's transformation. it fair to put Killua and everyone else at risk? Did Gon actually become a villain in that moment? And then is Gon's arc the reverse of typical shonen heroes? Now, from when I watched it, obviously, his transformation, as strong as he was, pissed me off. Really, Gon's whole mood was pissing me off in that time frame. And I'm gonna preface this with, I don't like how much that, I mean, look, I get he was looking for his pops and everything. He and Killua felt some type of way about Kite getting his block knocked off. But I don't think that Gon knew Kite enough to be trying to bring that energy to the table, right? Like you would have thought that Kite dying was his dad dying. And he ain't even met his dad, really. So I would definitely say that Gon was definitely selfish, not heroic. It was not fair to nobody, because like I said, he on a whole war rampage for someone that he barely knew. Barely. Not even Kite's team was having that much energy. And they clearly knew Kite longer than Gon, so yeah. Nah, Gon, shoot. Did he become a villain in that moment? Gon's transformation is selfish, which perfectly encapsulates Gon's character because Gon is a psychopath. I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. And it messed up Gon and Kite's development in the manga. Kite meets Gon in the beginning of the series. That would be different because Kite meeting Gon in the beginning of the series would really make for a better character development because we went from seeing Gon look okay, kid, innocent, super strong though, to like I used to originally think that Killua was kind of a psychopath. Obviously he was just kind of trying to fit in. Then compared to the pacing change of Gon taking that huge energy shift after Kite got killed, he made Killua look normal. And Killua is far from normal from a little kid still. So like, yeah, nah. I am 1000% against Gon in that phase. Yeah, nope. Selfish all day. Not fair to Killua and everyone else. Yeah, look, they should put Gon on the back burner. That's just me. And then yes, I'm gonna say he did become a villain in that moment. He didn't think about nothing else. He didn't even care about what Killua was thinking. And Killua was the closest person to him, really. Other than that closest person to him that was there. You get what I'm saying? And then is his arc the reverse of typical shonen heroes? Hell yeah. Yeah. There is no way that Gon should have had that much energy for someone he just met that got off. I'm not saying like he only knew him for one day because obviously they met in a wherever he ran into them, and then obviously they was traveling to go and do that investigation. So obviously he had at least maybe a week, 2 weeks type feel before they even made it to that point. There's no way that you met him that long to be showing that much energy. No way. No way. Yeah, I need to hurry up and get into the manga for sure. But I definitely need to see what the manga side of things is looking like. I do think it's kind of crazy how Kite came back as a little girl though. They could have done that any other way except that way. They did not have to do that. They did not have to do that. And then they brought Kai back pretty much after the whole Chimera Ant thing too. I don't really got nothing else to say on that. I mean, yeah, I'm just, I don't really have any way to side with Gon in this at all. I try, I try to at least fight for him a little bit. I can't think of no way to fight for Gon. So yeah, no, I'm pretty much set on that one. All right, let's go ahead and knock through this episode, and we ain't even gonna have to make it to the 2 hours. Look at that. Been acting funny. You get the premium, supposed to be no ads, and then they still trying to force ads in. I think at the moment that I figured out that Gon was kind of like a psycho, it probably had to be. I want to say I feel like Gon was kind of a psycho around. Probably the end of when he got the license. Yeah. And then he didn't want to lose the fight. Yeah. That'd probably be when I started figuring out that he was kind of psycho. I need to start hearing this theme song in the top theme songs of all time for anime. This theme song would even fit with Cowboy Bebop, low key. Now they can even use that theme song with the Kill Bill movies. Oh, there we go with the yellow black animation. The emphasis. Look, they did the yellow and black with the red blood streaks. Yeah. They emphasizing the hell out of this. Aoyama just got the mean face. Hey, look, philanthropist lady, her grandpa pretty much backtracking everything he was. He sounded like he was trying to give Joe the benefit of the doubt with the whole talking smack. But now all he's talking about is how technique overpowers that brute force, whatever. First, damn. Okay, I just noticed the very first mistake in that animation. The very first mistake I've seen in the animation drawings. Why Joe look like he outside of the ring? I ain't seen them make a mistake not once really in their animation until now. That's funny. Maybe they intended for him to be on his knees. Well, Nishi there ran in the ring. Just spaced out. He just looked like he gonna kill it. You could be more stubborn when you got some more leeway. defending Joe for spitting that water up on Skeleton. Yeah, he lost his damn mind. Tripping. The basics. Don't forget the basics. Oh, he better go back down to lesson 1, 2, and 3. You know what's funny is you would assume, because he talking to him, clearly talking to himself in his head, right? You would assume that since he upping himself right now, right? So he's saying in his head pretty much, all right, I'm gonna get back down to the basics. Yeah, punch, punch, punch. But as he's saying this, he's still missing all of them. Typically, you would assume that once he gets into that little groove, oh yeah, he's gonna be connecting. He's still missing. That did not work. The basics went out the window. He got y'all up against the ropes and still can't hit him. And Joe once again turns into the body bag. Remember the basics. Remember the basics. Hey, look. He basically done. She's still yelling about the basics. Look, even the grandpa saying the fight's over. And there go Rikishi. It's crazy. Yeah, they dragging this moment. They are dragging this moment. And there goes the animation. There goes the animation change. Yellow with the black emphasis. The fall. It's nothingness. Give me a break, Nishi. I'm doing my best here. I'm really giving it my all. But it's no use. These punches that supported me are now useless. The build up to that is just too smooth. Too smooth. It's not even like it was just like crazy anymore. It was just smooth. But he wording it as if he dying. But I can hear the waves. He really saying it like he dying. Hey, Pops, it's been a while. Where the hell you been? And he been in the ring with you this whole time. They really showing this scene as if Joe really been like this whole time. And glove up. Oh yeah. That's probably weird. He probably think he man. And they got the end of the ground just doing the wave thing. Joe can't catch up. I'm telling you, the emphasis is like the biggest part of what they got going on for this right now. It's crazy. And Joe is up. Dang, I thought that was it. They put a lot of build up into that. Ricky, she looked back like. Let me guess, he got a different look in his eye. Yep, there go philanthropist lady talking about his eyes. They see something different. This seems like it's about to be one of those moments where I was like how Joe get on my nerves where he go down and then he want to spin the block out of nowhere. Yeah. Is this really about to be one of them moments? Dante noticed it too. Joe is, for the first time, putting up a guard. Look, he even got Aoyama shook now. Because nobody expects Joe to be doing this. At all. At all. Not even me. That's crazy. The smooth music in the background with the transition. There's some real character development going on right now. Y'all hear that music? He ain't trying to apologize. But nah, he's just putting up a guard. Yep, I said there's major character development going on right now. You can feel that shift. You speaking deep right now. At the same time that Joe talked, speaking wisdom for the first time. Damn, Joe really trying to take away my negative look on him right now. He really trying to do this. He really trying to do this. Damn. I hate to say it, but I kind of want Joe to win now. I kind of want him to win now. But I said all I wanted was him to be humble. Is this that moment I've been looking for? Is this that moment I've been looking for? Well, I'll tell you, look, the transition pacing of this, when I was saying that they be kind of drag and stuff, this was not like fast paced with this build up in this transition. crazy. I'm gonna have to rewind that. Like this should be a whole meme on its own. Man, Joe explaining it, this doesn't mean that I'm scared of you two. I'm just humbling myself to how amazing and deep and terrifying boxing is. Up until now, I thought it was lame to even bother dodging AO's lame punches. But now, I'm going to do defense my way, so I don't lose it in this match, but rather so I can become a winner in this world of boxing. You got that? Look, that's a pause point right there. Hold on. I gotta see that. Yeah, you know I find decent pause points. Hold on. Where'd it go? If that don't tell you Joe is ready, I don't know what is. If that don't tell you that Joe is ready, I don't know what does. That's his downfade really only prepared for what to look for. Even Rikishi looking a little different. Rikishi wasn't paying Joe no mind a second ago. Even Rikishi watching. Let's say, look, fuck what he talking about. Go get him. Win or lose. It's boxing. What is up with that footwork? Hold on. Look, we done seen the footwork with Short Stack and Rikishi, obviously, when they be doing their thing. I ain't never seen nobody doing this footwork. How he moving like this? And then the rapid succession. Yo, he moving so fast his legs ain't even straight. Yeah. Look, I definitely peeped the meaning behind that. The way that they were standing. What was the way that they be emphasizing? Look, the isolation that they be, the ISO cams that they be doing with this stuff is crazy. He literally moving at a 45-degree angle. Footwork. He's using his feet. Aoyama tired. Short Stack tired. Short Stack getting tired. Look. Oh, look, see? The emphasis there. We gotta acknowledge the emphasis again. Hold on. And now we're switching to this. That means that Short Stack perceives a threat. Short Stack now perceives a threat in front of him. He don't see a punching bag in front of him no more. Now he sees a problem. Aoyama just knows. Just off of that, Aoyama knows he ain't winning no more. It's a grudge match now. The inmates of Joe knowing how to use his feet to defend too. Yeah. The isolation cams. Take that. Weave. See, look at the color schemes that they be using for this isolation. The color schemes with the emphasis highlighting the blood red. Yeah. The animators need a pay raise for that. I know they ain't making this no more. Get them a bonus. Don't nobody know what to do anymore. They watching intently. What a magnificent match. Alright, let's go, short stack. Come on. This is the first time we've seen him actually getting hit, even before the training with Dante. And we know that he ain't really got no weight behind his stance, so you know. But we do know that Joe already got some weight behind his punches, so. Yeah. Now another thing that we need to acknowledge real quick. It's not the ISO cams right now that you gotta acknowledge. It's the fact that nobody is screaming or yelling or really saying anything. You just hear, Dante just speaking in his head, but nobody is saying anything right now. It's just the music playing and Dante talking to himself. The emphasis on the moment. They absolutely know how to put an emphasis on the moment. Absolutely. Like just ignore Dante just talking in his head. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. So yeah, just ignore Dante talking in his head right now and just hear the music. They know how to really put an emphasis on the moment. Yame and Joe both is dog tired. They is dog tired. That was a grudge match. That ended in a grudge match. That almost got me shedding a tear. That almost had me shedding a tear. Even nobody is saying nothing. They all just have that appreciation for the moment. Even Rikishi is acknowledging that Dante's plan worked way better than he thought. Dante shedding tears. He apologizing to both of them. The fact that Joe even ran over once Dante pretty much, they call it, prostrate yourself. Pretty much he down on all fours right now, apologizing. The fact that Joe even ran over there, he would have never ran over there. Asshole Joe would have never ran over there before. That's how you know that he cared now. That's how you know he cares. He would not have ran over at all. He would have said some slick shit immediately. We already knew that he was using Aoyama for Joe, but it's weird that Joe's just now catching on to this. I think if Joe did catch on to this, the character development probably would not sit the same though. Even though we already kind of knew. He did say that he was going to steal his heart. So he was going to steal his heart for the cause. I'll tell you this, I can definitely understand. I can definitely understand Dante's method. Dang, you said those are lessons 5, 6, and 7? I mean, so I remember Dante talking about, it was gonna be real tough. I assumed that was gonna be like, physical training that involved certain things that he was gonna do. I didn't know that 5, 6, and 7 was pretty much gonna include the emotional aspect, the physical aspect, the mental aspect, pretty much the whole 9. I don't know what other lessons you got after that other than technique, really. Don't care. He learned more than what he thought he could do. That's how you know Aoyama ain't never been an asshole. I mean, he had his one moment that he thought he was gonna get his lick back on his bully when he was down. He's over there getting the frustrations out. Why did you just smack him out of nowhere? And Joe is apologizing? He do not apologize either. And he's complimenting Short Stack in the same conversation? Yeah. We looking at a different Joe. Yeah, I agree. Kind of are simple. Hey, now he all in. Not gonna lose to Rikishi. We know what's next. Too much look into the next episode. I'd rather just see it as it comes. Yeah, I'll be real. Emotional or not emotional. Mentally wise. Should I put it like that? Vibe wise. I don't say vibe wise. Vibe wise, this was probably my top episode. Vibe wise, this was probably my favorite episode so far. Right. Energy wise, I would have to say one of the previous like 3 episodes. Previous 3, yeah. Because I don't even think the double knockdown. Because obviously I was a little let down with the double knockdown finish. Right. I definitely say I wanted Joe to lose, not even get a double. But obviously that double was needed for them to go ahead and prep for this rematch, so I can understand it. That's why I said that one of the 3 previous episodes is obviously Short Stack was putting in work. That's a different type of adrenaline. You know, you got that. Typically, you got that. I just don't care adrenaline, and then you just got that that one way that adrenaline with the emotion behind it that it almost feels, you know, mafia like. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. Look, when he got betrayed by Danpei, look, my biggest thing is, you know, them and that emphasis. Look, they drug it out so much that they was almost trying to make it. They was trying to force it as if Joe just was not being an asshole. Like, they literally, the way that they put those scenes together, when Joe gets to question the other people, it really make you think twice. Like, no, Joe was being an asshole. No, it's warranted. but just the way that they arranged the scenes, it be having you doubt whether Joe was even being an asshole in the first place, even when he's still an asshole in real time. But yeah, that whole betrayal thing, and then the minions running on with it. Yeah. But I tell you this, that whole character development right there, I would low key put that development up against a lot of character developments for like a top 10 list. Yeah, like a top 10 list. Because like I said, you would assume that with how much of an asshole that Joe typically is, he always on 100. So you would assume that they just gonna be like, oh, huge transition. The pacing was not like that. It was just gradual within a short time. It was so smooth with the gradual transition that before I knew it, I was rooting for Joe in the same episode. That's how crazy that they got that pacing down between being up here and bringing him all the way down here. Yeah, top tier for sure, top tier. Well, as much as I want to go ahead and get ready to go to sleep, I got to find a way to kill that energy. But I ain't gonna hold y'all. All right. So, anybody else that ends up popping in here later, go ahead and make sure y'all stay tuned. If y'all not already subscribed to the NSZ Shadow Dragon page, you know, that's where most of the short thoughts on the prison are. So for as a whole, I would say I like it. You know, you would assume that as much as I was against Joe, that would kind of not mediate, but that would be a heavy bias on the arc as a whole. But as a whole, I like it because of the way that everything is situated. Because like I said, the way that they put a heavy emphasis on Joe being a jackass. They put a heavy emphasis on these people being, you know, having these obsessions with Joe, and then boxing, and then you have, you know, philanthropist lady who Joe thinks of as just only a goody two shoes. She don't think she's that way. I kind of believe her, but Joe be making her question herself sometimes. And then you got the inmates who, as you can tell, literally all the inmates except Nishi pretty much don't like Joe. So they've been making it to where those lanes are identified, and then they've been sticking with those lanes, you know, this whole thing. So it kind of helped. It's almost like they was playing chess with the positioning of how they had these people. So as a whole, the way that it was just dramatically over the top flowed into each other really well between the areas of where people was and everything. Shoot, you damn near forgot that there was even security guards, really. Other than the times that you seen them pretty much around the philanthropist lady, or around the judge's table or something like that. So yeah, just the way that they had everything situated and made the interactions between those groups flow effortlessly. Yeah, yeah. Oh, man, look, I ain't seen the only time that we really seen Rikishi pretty much outside of the Cool Common Collective uh, character was when he noticed Joe's training and decided to go and turn around and go get some little extra special training in, and then pretty much when he was watching, Joe's fight or whatever. Obviously it was to be expected. He knew Aoyama was going to win in his previous fights, so he wasn't tripping off of that. Even though he put his 2 cents in it, yeah, it's Aoyama's and everything. But the only times that we really seen Joe, or not Joe, but Rikishi step out of that cool, calm, collected, demeanor briefly was Joe. Joe was the main one who was bringing him out of that. So, yeah. As a whole, definitely a real good arc. As far as arcs go, I would put the arc as a whole probably probably in a top 10 list. Top 15 worst case scenario, because obviously there's plenty of animes who have good arcs as a whole. But I'd probably be pretty close to putting in the top 10, for sure, as far as arcs go. My top character, obviously biggest character development award naturally would probably, I was about to say naturally would go to Joe at this point in time. But if we go prior to this episode, the most developed character probably has to be between Aoyama and I don't know what the timing would be on this. As much as I hate Nishi's current character, Nishi had to get his ass beat to make a complete turnaround, so you could probably get that to Nishi too. And then my current most hated character, I won't say most hated, most disliked character, it's probably because Skeleton ain't even in that spot. I would say it would probably be Joe would probably be my most disliked character, but I would and then Nishi sometimes. Whenever I see Nishi and then he just gets to doing that extra stuff, that's why I be looking like, you doing the most. You doing the most. You can go ahead and drop a little bit of that obsession level. Just bring it down some. All the characters in it. Rikishi, you can't go wrong with Rikishi as a character at all. You can't. He's definitely one of those characters that they would refer to as him. And then we can't forget the part where we're in a prison, so everybody's in here for naturally doing something that they ain't supposed to be doing. So we forget the fact that they all in jail suits, pretty much, with all the positive themes and then the positive boxing and everything. You see so much positive stuff going here, minus the people getting their ass handed to them. You see so much positive stuff that you almost forget that everybody's in the jail. Yeah. Look, I mean, when you think about it like that too, would that not mean that it worked? Yeah, wouldn't jail isn't jail essentially supposed to be a form of rehabilitation? I mean, at the end of the day, you could say that it worked. Well, you can say that is it supposed to steal his freedom, or is it always interpreted as your freedom is trying to be stolen? Cause I mean, the way that I view things is just slightly different from the average person, I would say. I think about some of the in between things. I would never, for me, obviously I watch actually quite a bit of movies, and I pay attention to older movies, newer movies, and all that. Prison did make me a better person. And it kind of go through all of that. Just because if you think back, what episode was this? This was it took this is episode 20 that we finished off on. So it took. Listen, the start of his transition was what? His official transition was like what? 2 episodes ago? So about 2 episodes ago that his actual transition started. So it took that like about 17, 18 episodes to get to that point of him making that transition. Yeah. He did what he had to do. Who knows? Maybe he gonna get out earlier than 6 months. Good behavior. The philanthropist lady gonna put in a word with the lawyers and everything after this. After Rikishi and those fight, they gonna put in they gonna shoot. The grandpa might be the one to put in the word on his behalf, and then even offer to sponsor him in boxing. He gonna offer to sponsor him later on. He's supposed to be there to watch Rikishi fight, probably. Or not. He's not supposed to be there to watch Rikishi fight. He is the reason why Rikishi is supposed to be going back into the boxing world. But he gonna mess around and be probably trying to sponsor Joe. Kind of like being like NBA team owner or NFL team owner. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave my progressive tips in the chat this time. That way you can also see it. Sometimes when things come by a little differently, it's still a little bit different. Tips for your next day. I think until it starts turning into winter, I'm gonna continue to leave y'all with stay hydrated. You got to. So stay hydrated. Let's go with what do we want to do? Stay hydrated. Be active, and I think I'm in a go learn something mood today. Yeah, and it don't even got to be go learn something educational wise. Real well. I mean, obviously when you learn something, we ain't trying to get too technical on that. But what I mean when I say go learn something is you don't always have to go and just stick your head in the books for something that got to do with increasing your IQ level. You can always go and learn something about yourself too. Yeah. That's what we doing. That's what we doing with it. So I definitely appreciate the interactions, the vibes and everything. Obviously, we here to we more than okay with calling each other crazy over here, within reason. Yeah. Had the debates, help force everyone to bring out all the information that we might have forgot about. Yeah. Man, obviously, like I said, every time we get in here, we got slightly better format. So ChatGPT did better this time with helping me set up the lineup for things, but we're gonna have ChatGPT fine tune it just a little bit more, cause them go-to ones was definitely take care as well. That's it. Stay safe out there. Stay safe. Get you some rest. But things. So much appreciation. And I will holler.